blushes, divas, and hired extras. Welcome to the 2013 Donna Awards of the Pittsburgh New Works Festival. I am your host, Brian Edward, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be here if Sarah Baines Miller had turned out a comedy this year. Here to deliver the official welcome is a lady who has had a prestigious and lengthy career in the theater. In fact, when Thespis first stepped forth from the chorus line, it was she who whispered, "Hey buddy, you're on." Please welcome your 2013 Pittsburgh New Works Festival Director, Mindy Rossi Stabler.
Year for us in many ways, but I think most importantly, a group of people, nicer group of people. I didn't plan anything, so this is off the cuff. A nicer group of people from every theater company, from directors and producers on down to actors and stage managers. Honestly, the nicest group of people. Please give yourselves a hand, because I've been at the festival a lot of years. I guess we know that. And this truly is one of those years that I can just say that I'm really proud and happy to be a part of this. I do want to thank the board. We have the hardest working board in theater. And we appreciate everything they do, and I know they do it because they love it, and I know we all love it, and we all love you, and we thank you so much for all your dedication and hard works. And I think it's just we're on the upswing, and we're really happy to be out here in Carnegie and to be where we are at this time and place in our lives. We're all very happy, and we hope that you stay with us and continue to grow and develop with us in our journey. Thank you so much.
In agreeing to take on MC duties for this year's gala, I had some pretty big stilettos to fill. Our first presenter this evening has been your gala host for the last several years. He is an active member of the Pittsburgh New Works Festival Board of Directors. He is a produced playwright, director, and member of Actors Equity. Once, before he went professional, he was asked by a house manager how it was that he was allowed to act in an equity house without an equity card. His reply, "I was not acting. I was actually very sincere." He had his stage debut in 1776. That is the year, not the musical. When he appeared with Tom Atkins in a production of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream, in which he played Puck to Mr. Atkins' bottom. His autobiography, entitled "No Applause, Just Buy Me a Mink," will be out this summer. He is Pittsburgh's playwright, and he is here to present the Donna Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor. Please welcome Mr. F.J. Hartley.
Thank you very much. Tradition is the foundation of family, schools, institutions, sports teams. And here, after 23 years of the New Works Festival, we have some traditions of our own. For example, one of those traditions is the first award of the evening is for Best Supporting Actor. And for many years, we had another tradition that Donna Ray who was the founder of the Pittsburgh New Works Festival, would present the first award of the evening. Donna had a tradition of her own that was to kiss the winner of the Best Supporting Actor award. So in keeping with tradition, I say to the following three gentlemen, pucker up, fellas. The top three vote getters for Outstanding Supporting Actor are Luke Gracie, Moon Over Gomorrah, Aaron Harlan, Even, Craig Newman, 1 second. And the Donna Award goes to my son, Aaron Harlan.
I'm just kidding. Thank you all very much. I had a couple things that I really wanted to say, and my name is spelled wrong on this. Wow, that's kind of sad. I'd like to say thank you to my director for having my name spelled wrong on my ballot. But in all seriousness, I thought of a couple things because people were like, "You're going to win," and I'm like, "No, I'm not going to win." But I had a couple things I wanted to say. I just wanted to say I was a patron of New Works starting in 1997. I was a participant in 1999. I fell in love with New Works. I've been on the board for the last 5 years, and truly, honestly, there is no higher award that I could get right now. And this means so very much to me. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening tonight.
Yellow program card. If you look to the bottom, you will see a detachable section through which you may request a karaoke song or a dance number from the dignified DJ David, who will be here at the DJ's booth in the corner. Immediately following our gala presentation this evening, we will have dancing and karaoke. The books are here on the stage, so we hope that you will partake. And you can either see him at the desk or fill out the card on the reverse and detach it and give it to him. This year, the New Works Festival had its first season in Carnegie, and it could not have received a warmer response from the community. When the mayor puts on an orange vest and directs traffic flow, you know that you have found a welcome home. A large amount of that support has come from the Carnegie Arts Initiative, helmed by Philip Sabato. Philip Sabato has been working professionally in the field of art for over 45 years. He is an accomplished jazz musician, owner and operator of the lovely and dynamic 3rd Street Galleries here in Carnegie, and now an enthusiastic fan of the Pittsburgh New Works Festival. And he is here with us tonight to present the Donna Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress. Please welcome Mr. Philip Sabato.
Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
The Carnegie Arts Initiative and the Borough of Carnegie, our Mayor Jack Kovacek, we love New Works. And welcome. We love you. We will do everything we can to help and support your vision. Now for these Best Supporting Actors. Outstanding Supporting Actress, Louise Fox Anvel. Katie Kerr, Whistleblower. Barb Sawatis, the Perhaps. And the winner is Barb Sawatis.
Thank you, Joe, our wonderful director and stage right, who was quite fun, Joe Everly, and Maggie, who was a wonderful co-star, and Max, who made us all good. Thank you, Max. And FJ wrote a beautiful play, and Lance gave me the monologue to audition with. Thanks.
Presenting this year's Donna Award for the Best Director is the Pittsburgh New Works Festival's biggest fan, but one who has never recoiled from sharing his frank and at times outlandish observations. He is indeed a legend in his own mind, and has been kind enough to lend his grim visage to this year's New Works Festival marketing campaign. We are honored to welcome esteemed director of London's West End, Sir Alistair Marsh-Morvan.
Wenches and fair maidens, I would like to say how much I enjoyed this year's productions of new plays, but I cannot. I have in fact prepared a statement on this very matter. Each of these plays were performed several times. You see, after you have performed a play once, it is no longer new. I myself have produced numerous plays only once, never to be performed again, and audiences have thanked me for it. It is due in part to this misrepresentation of new works that I furrow my genius brow. For here I stand, charged with the bombastic task of announcing the New Works Festival's Outstanding Director of 2013. When such a subject requires no proclamation, as the identity of the best director in the room is so evident that it would make even a blind, deaf, and mute porcupine say, "Egad." I will give you a hint. His hat is graced with a glorious pom-pom, and his initials are Sir Alistair Marsh-Morvan. As I peer beneath me at the names here, notice my own has been omitted. One thing we must do now is place scrutiny on this of the mental fatigues of the individuals who affixed them to this card of such exceeding shapeless. And when momentarily I peel asunder the flap of this envelope, releasing a kraken of pungent and seething despair, remember, in this dark hour of woe that it was I who should so rightfully bear the honor of this, the Outstanding Director Award. The nominees are Sarah Baines Miller for Michael Crosby, 1 second. And Jacob Wadsworth, Moon Over Gomorrah. The 2013 Pittsburgh New Works Award for Outstanding Director goes to Jacob Wadsworth, Moon Over Gomorrah. I believe I mispronounced Jacob's last name. It's actually Sir Alistair Marsh Morton. I couldn't be more proud of this award, having never once worked with the cast during this season of New Works. We'll make sure this gets to Jacob, though. Thank you all. Round of applause for Jacob.
Support has come to the New Works Festival this year from the Andrew Carnegie Free Library and Music Hall, not only for the cooperative hosting of our mid-year fundraiser, but for the staff attending nearly every show of our season. Representing the Andrew Carnegie Free Library and Music Hall this evening, presenting the Donna for Outstanding Leading Actor, is Executive Director and Pittsburgh New Works enthusiast, the lovely Miss Maggie Ford.
Hi, everybody. To reiterate, warm welcome to Carnegie. In 1998, John Galani wrote a book called The Best Small Arts Town in America, Small Arts Towns in America, and Carnegie was included. That was a while ago, and Carnegie has only gotten better. Certainly in the 10 years I've been involved in Carnegie, the Library and Music Hall, the Carnegie, has been doing its utmost to make the arts very much a part of the scene here. If you, just last week we had a fabulous performance, Arabesque Winds, gorgeous women playing gorgeous music, and things like that happen all the time. Phil Savata last night had a fabulous opening, Aquacolor show, and Jazz on Third. The Clay Place, amazing things, and of course, off-the-wall theater. But what does arts mean if it's not something like the New Works Festival? That is what it really is, the people that are doing it now, bringing it into being, and it is such a thrill to have them here in Carnegie. I hope you found a home, Pittsburgh New Works Festival, because you belong here. And the nominees for Outstanding Leading Actor are Joel Ambrose, David Joseph, Moon Over Gomorrah, and Max Sanders. And the winner is Joel Ambrose.
And I'm sure he appreciates everything you've done. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joel. Thank you, Maggie, for that lovely presentation and for submitting your karaoke request to Funky Town. We'll be looking forward to that later. Our next distinguished presenter is the current Vice President of the Pittsburgh Music Hall of Fame. He is a board member emeritus of the Pittsburgh New Works Festival and had been a Gala presenter for about 19 years. He had been a reviewer of theater for the McKeesport Daily News from 1976 to 2005. Please welcome, presenting the Outstanding Leading Actress Award, Mr. David Salinger.
He's doing off the record this evening, and they needed an understudy for him and the beard, and so here I am. Nominees for Outstanding Leading Actress: Lori Barrage, Moon Over Gomorrah. I'm Tercera, Hotline. Mary Randolph, Even. And Laura Wurzel, our second. And the Donna goes to I'm Tercera, Hotline.
Scare House, paying gig, that's why she's not here, but I just want to say thank you to everyone. Have a good
evening. Lance, you are cleaning up tonight. We'll actually be having our own Scare House here later this evening after a couple rounds of drinks and karaoke. So stay tuned. Presenting this year's Donna Award for Outstanding Production is rightly so the man responsible for the monumental task of keeping them all running. For his diligence and dedication to this year's New Works Festival, please give a raucous round of applause to J.R. Shaw.
Good evening, everyone. Really excited to be...
Too loud!
Sorry. I'm not used to being on this side of the stage, you understand. I got really excited, though. I put on the bow tie. I trimmed my eyebrows. Because to me, the Outstanding Production Award is the award for magic. It is the combination of the right play, the right director, the right actors, the right everything coming together with the audience, and it's fantastic and amazing and explosive when it happens, which is why I needed to trim the eyebrows. All right, and now you know why I stay backstage. So, the nominees for Outstanding Production are The Perhaps, Stage Right. Over Gomorrah from the Red Masters. And Hotline from Thoreau and Inn. And the winner is, hold on, let me check with the house. Are we holding for 5? We're good? Okay. And the winner is Moon Over Gomorrah.
Speaking in public, so
thank you very much. I'll make sure everybody knows. Thank you. Thank you.
Pittsburgh New Works Festival recognizes an outstanding individual for their impact and service to the Pittsburgh region's theater community. This year, the festival recognizes Rob Zellers for Lifetime Achievement. Here to introduce this year's honoree is Mr. Fred Noel. Fred is the resident production stage manager at the Pittsburgh Public Theater and has worked closely with Mr. Zellers for 25 seasons, which may equate to years as well. Previously, he has served as stage manager for the National Theater of the Deaf and DC area Quest Productions, touring the United States and abroad. Fred is an alumna of Duquesne University, and in Pittsburgh, he has also stage managed for Don Brockett Productions, Pittsburgh CLO, Carnegie Mellon Showcase of New Plays. May I present to you Mr. Fred Noel.
Very much, I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here with Pittsburgh New Works and all of you here. Fun crowd. And $5 free bucks, I think we heard $5 free bucks. So. I was elated when Rob called me to tell me that he was receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, and I was humbled to be asked to share my personal perspective on my friend and his accomplishments for theater in the area. Rob was one of the first people I met at the Public Theater when I started working there back in 1989. At the time, Rob had been serving as the theater's literary and outreach associate for 2 years, having started as an intern and working under then artistic director Bill Gardner. Rob was clearly a person who had his finger on the pulse of everything going on, sort of a mover and shaker, you'd say, making things happen at the Public Theater. Always present at the conference table in the basement offices of the Hazlitt Theater, he was a valued contributor to the decision-making process, steering this 15-year-old company into the future. He was steadily building the education department and its programming, interfacing with every department and co-worker to that end. Championed by theater founders Margaret Rick and Joan Abt, Rob was collaborating with various schools and theater programs and providing theater experiences to everyone interested and willing, and working hard to expand Pittsburgh's awareness of this North Side theater jewel. But there was more to Rob than just theater. His former English teacher and football coach, who hailed from Youngstown, seemed to know everything sport and was always eager to discuss the subject. Not necessarily with me, but he was usually the staff member who started the Super Bowl pool and that sort of thing. But he also possessed a wide range of taste in music, an incredible knowledge of art, a broad social consciousness, and he was happy to make his political opinion very clear. He was sharing a bachelor pad at that time on Beach Street with Bob Hoffman, the assistant to the artistic director. Rob's daughter, Alexa, was 5. And much like resident dresser Denise St. Pierre's boys, Alexa was often around the theater, assisting many of us with our daily activities and charming her way into our hearts. Her place in her father's heart was clearly evident. Rob was a parent completely devoted to his daughter. But childhood leukemia would challenge this father's vision for his daughter's happy future. For more than 20 years, Alexa, her father, her family, and her friends would weather the trials and embrace the hopes that are present in the battle of such a disease. But on Alexa and Ben's wedding day, a little over a year ago, this father's devotion was apparent for everyone to see, through the tears in his eyes, the smile on his face, and the joy in his heart that was infectious. So back at the Public Theater, circa 1990, one of Rob's responsibilities at the time was selling program ads to local businesses, including Mellon Bank. Well, the advertising manager at Mellon Bank happened to be this incredibly intelligent, fun, beautiful woman. Jean soon became part of Rob's life and part of the Public Theater family. Jean clearly loved Rob and supported his passion for theater. Her presence seemed to magnify him and allow him to shine in a new way. And around Christmas 1991, during the run of I Do, I Do, a play about marriage, coincidentally, Rob proposed to Jean with a beautiful antique ring that I think Bill Gardner helped Rob select. And in May of 1992, another facet of this man's surfaced, and the husband, Rob Zellers, was revealed. I would say that Rob is first and foremost a teacher and mentor. He thrives on providing opportunities for young people to expand their horizons through the experience of theater. The programs he's established at the Public Theater serve over 200 schools in the Pittsburgh area and offer creative ways for teachers to meet academic standards in a variety of subject areas. In his time at the Public, he's established annual theater classes and workshops in acting, technical theater, playwriting, where students can whet their taste for just about any aspect of theater or study their interested field in depth. Adult classes are also available in acting and playwriting. He's established the Creative Dramatics program, bringing together elementary-age students from diverse schools across Pittsburgh and supporting them with professional directors so they can experience the joy of performing their own show on the public theater stage. The Shakespeare Monologue Contest is in its 20th year, opening the world of Shakespeare to just about every school in the region. This monumental undertaking hosts students from performing individual monologues as well as group scene work for presentation to a panel of professionals. It provides students with coaching opportunities from many of Pittsburgh's finest actors and directors. Last year, the contest served over 1,200 students from the region. Rob made elementary, high school, and college visits customary at the Public. Professional actors and theater technicians speak to area students to provide an opening to theater for those who have not experienced its magic, to provide connections for classes using theater as a teaching tool, and to provide a bridge to the professional world for college students about to embark on theater as a career. Open stage performances are student matinees accompanied by post-show discussions with cast members and staff and student resource guides to maximize the experience. And the theater's internship program offers college and graduate level theater students the opportunity to learn valuable skills that complement and extend their fields of study, all due to Rob's tireless efforts. And when Rob's not spreading the theater love, he writes plays. Rob's crowning glory is perhaps The Chief, co-authored with Gene Collier. If you haven't seen it, it's a biographical one-person play about Pittsburgh Steelers founder and patriarch Bert Rooney, which premiered at Pittsburgh Public Theater in 2003, and with 7 subsequent productions at the Public, has become the highest-grossing play in our 39-year history. Its 8th performance run will take place this coming January. The Chief was published by University of Pittsburgh Press in 2008, and a feature film was released in 2010. The play has also been produced by Mountain Playhouse in St. Vincent's Summer Theater. His play, The Kitchen, was staged in 2006 at Pittsburgh Playwrights Theater. Harry's Friendly Service had its world premiere at Pittsburgh Public Theater in 2009, having been a semi-finalist at the O'Neill Theater Conference and the recipient of an Edgerton Award. His play, The Red Cat, is a Rita Shiner Award finalist. And for the past 4 years, Rob has been invited by the Lark Play Development Center in New York to have 4 of his developing works read: Safekeeping, The Happiness They Seek, Smoky Hollow, and Mr. Wheeler's. My good friend John Eisner is the founding artistic director at the Lark. And when I told John that Rob was receiving this award, he dropped me an email sending his congratulations and expressing his gratitude to Margaret Perry and Brian Dykstra, 2 of the Lark's core members, for helping Rob find a home away from home in their company. John wrote, "What makes Rob's work rich and relevant is his passionate interest in what it takes for a human being to survive despite impossible circumstances. He's a wonderful writer. We consider whatever contribution we've been able to make to his creative process a great success. As a stage manager, new plays are of particular interest to me. I worked for Carnegie Mellon for several summers stage managing their showcase of new plays. Working with playwrights and facilitating their ability to develop their work is a rewarding process. I had the distinct pleasure of working on the Public's productions of The Chief and Harry's Friendly Service for Rob. Rob writes, and as he writes, he often hears the characters in the voices of the actors he imagines portraying those roles. It's part of what makes the characters and the language of his plays real. It's part of the reason Tom Atkins becomes Art Rooney, and why Ed Hyland was the perfect Harry. A good writer also relies on his experience. Here's this guy from Youngstown who, as an adolescent, used to sneak into the local burlesque houses to see Sally the Shade, writing a play like Harry's Friendly Service, which is set in an economically depressed Youngstown community, complete with bookies, mobsters, and challenged family dynamics. But Rob is an excellent playwright because he opens himself to people and the experiences that they bring into his life. And I swear he knows everybody, particularly in Pittsburgh. He's an excellent playwright because he grabs hold of life. He's attuned to its beauty and joy and its ugliness and sorrow. And through all these experiences, he remains humble, eager to engage, compelled to write the story. Playwright, husband, father, teacher, mentor, friend. Just a few facets of Rob Zellers. There are many more and many more stories to go along with them. And John Lane's not here tonight, I know, but he could certainly tell you a few stories. And our dear friend Roz Rowe. She was a former marketing director at the Public Theater. She had a story for every occasion. And I know that if Roz were still on this earth with us, she would probably be standing here in my place tonight, equally proud to honor Rob. I always thought you had to be older to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. But Rob has crammed so much into his first half-century and left a lasting impression on this region's theater community. There's no doubt in my mind that he will receive another Lifetime Achievement Award for his marvelous work assuredly to come. Thank you.
I think it was 2001 that I first got to hear actors reading characters' dialogue that I wrote, and it was the New Works Festival. I had a reading that Mark from Saints and Poets directed, and that was it. That was the first time. So it's fun that sometimes some things come back around like that. My congratulations to the fine artists that already received awards tonight. Keep up the good work. I'm humbled by an award that's titled Lifetime Achievement. Since Mindy called me this summer, I've been considering just what's been going on over the last 26 years. I've gone back over the many twists and turns of my time at Pittsburgh Public Theater and how this particular profession weaves itself all together into one's life. I've come up with a list of things that I have learned, partial list of things that I have learned. Perspective, empathy, how we each respond to the challenges that life presents us, some understanding of the struggle we're all involved in, known as the human condition. This endeavor has unlocked some of the mystery and the fear of the world for me. Storytelling is how we learn. I've always appreciated the educative element of theater. Young people and theater are such a good mix. It's been a joy working as the education director of Pittsburgh Public Theater for the last 26 years. Theater artists are wonderful people. I'm greatly touched by the words that Fred just spoke. I believe that we all do this because we're called to it. In a way, I believe it sort of becomes our duty. We've been given a gift and a calling, and I think that's why we all work so hard. In closing, thank you for this recognition. I'm honored and I'm also energized. I'm going to take this award and go back to work. I believe for all of us in this room, our best work is still ahead of us. Thank you.
Our sincerest congratulations to Mr. Sellers. Thank you, Fred, for that touching introduction. In providing a beautiful new home for the Pittsburgh New Works Festival and for their support and cooperation, we owe a heartfelt round of applause to Hans and Virginia Gruner of Off the Wall Theater. Is a member of this year's judges panel and unfortunately could not join us tonight to present our final award of the evening, the Outstanding Playwright Award, because he is, I believe, pinch hitting for the Pirates at the moment. But
that Hans and I were thrilled to host the Pittsburgh New Works Festival, and I hope we have a long and standing relationship with you from I hope you felt at home there, which is what our goal is, to have our artists feel at home in our space. The nominees for Outstanding Playwright: Sarah Baines Miller for 1 Second. Jenny Harlan for Perhaps. Byron Wilmot, Moon Over Gomorrah. And Kyle Zielinski for All Things to All People. And the award goes to F.J. Carter.
Such a weepy day, and this just put me over the edge.
Now you're even.
Back in the early 90s, I had quit writing plays. I had spent 10 years banging my head against a wall, and I'd lost my biggest fan, my father, and I decided I just didn't have it in me to write anymore. And a couple of years had passed, and about 93 or 94, I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and I just heard the New Works Festival, and I thought, well, I'll send a play, and if they pick it, I still have it. If they don't pick it, I've lost it, I'm done, it's over. And they picked the play, and so I really owe the New Works my career, because I had quit, and so I thank them for giving me back my confidence and for being so kind to me over the past many, many years. And I want to thank Stage Right, Bill Ivins, thank my producer, Deb Wine, my director, Joe Eberly, my wonderful cast, Max Sanders, Maggie Mayer, and Barb Swatis. And just really, this means the world to me. I thank you so very much.
Very well deserved. Though we shan't be giving any of you the bum's rush yet, feel free to stick around. Take lots of pictures because we have established the email address events@pittsburghnewworks.org to submit any photos that you take this evening. We feel that that'll be a good way to, engage the social media community, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than hiring a photographer. So click away. A few thank yous that we need to put out. Michelle Betts, not only for her work on this year's festival, but for serving as the night stage manager. To Mr. and Mrs. Safalo and the staff of Safalos for helping make this a beautiful and memorable evening. Festival Board of Directors for their continued leadership and volunteer efforts here tonight. A thank you to our board president, Claire DeMarco, for her kind donation of this evening's desserts. Once again, to all of our presenters and to you for being here to celebrate with us here tonight and for lending your talents to this year's festival. Here's to many more. And now, submit your song requests. The books are here. DJ David will be in the corner there. We invite you to sing, dance, and enjoy the evening. Thank you once again, and good night.